comes down to one thing.
Comes down to one thing.
We gotta learn.
We gotta learn
to respect each other.
to respect each other.
I'd like to clarify, you're just talking about commercial cigarettes, not cannabis?
Smoking of anything. So cigarettes, cannabis, cloves, oregano, banana peels,
Sage.
anything.
Sage.
Yeah, during the GA.
Mic check.
Mic check.
As I recall,
I remember people making announcements about that
I remember people making announcements about that.
at previous GAs,
Previously,
as if that has already passed.
as if that had already passed. It had passed.
The current thing is for us, for someone, if you were bothered by someone smoking, that you can tell them about it and ask them to move somewhere. I personally find that really intimidating when there's people smoking all around me. That's my perception. Someone has previously brought to the GA that there be designated smoking zones in place 24 hours a day, but that has not been brought back to be voted on. Yeah, and this would be a situation where I'm looking for us to collectively enforce this from a place of mutual respect, not a situation of, oh God, I want to stop breathing the smoke, but I'm too afraid to talk to this person. That we can all kind of understand the necessity of this.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Are we to believe
Are we to believe
that if we feel a need to
if we feel the need to
self-medicate
self-medicate
and participate
and participate
in these proceedings,
in these proceedings,
that we will be prohibited
that we will be prohibited
by this proposal
by this proposal
from doing so?
from doing
doing
so.
so.
Within 20 feet of this stage.
So yes.
So you can totally still talk and vote and all that stuff while you're self-medicating. Just give us some space to still to participate in this area without breathing in all the smoke. So people frequently participate from over 20 feet away.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I encourage you
to
to self-medicate,
self-medicate,
but I implore you
to
to not medicate everyone else.
Not medicate everyone else.
Mic check.
Mic check.
People who repeat
People who repeat,
what other people say
What other people
are
say?
exhibiting sheep-like behavior.
I'm exhibiting sheep-like behavior. Bad. That was just bad.
you're funny.
Any other clarifying questions on that one? Okay, so we have another new proposal.
Great contribution.
New proposal from a work group.
I've got two quick proposals. I've been work grouping them with people around. The sirens are distracting. Turn them off. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. That's Saturday, November the 19th. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That's Saturday, November 19th. Oh, there's another one. I'm sorry. Maybe there's a real fire somewhere. Okay. That's Saturday, November 19th, from noon to 7 p.m. Be First Nations Day. This day will be a day of First Nations cultural celebrations with drumming, dance, food, and ceremony. That's the first one. That's this Saturday. Same day as the election. It's kind of going to happen. There's already stuff being planned, so we just want everyone on board with it, hopefully. If not, then we'll find a way that it works for everyone. But hopefully this works for everyone as it is. So basically it means that the programming of the stage be dedicated to First Nation ceremony, dance, and culture and stuff. And then we can have our GA at 7.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Didn't Charles Cox already pass this? Thank you.
I believe it was read. I don't think it was voted on. It was read once and never saw him again. Any more questions or clarification? Because I had one. I just wanted to ask if the programming committee has been made aware of this particular proposal, not necessarily the one that Charles Cox brought forward, but this particular proposal.
I will ask them right now. I'll read it quickly. But basically, if this, when it comes back to vote tomorrow, by then I will have confirmed if there's anything planned. And if there is, then we'll fit it in with it. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So it's come to my attention that Saturdays and Sundays have been programmed quite a bit, so I'm going to talk to programming, and when I bring it back tomorrow, we'll find a way that it can fit in, but that this still be respected as a big part of the day. And it's going to be a potluck, too, so if you want to bring food.
Any other questions or clarification on that proposal? All right. So, are there any other individual proposals, committee? Okay, so we're going to move on to a different proposal now.
It's from like a same or similar work group. So this one will be coming back to vote tomorrow. I hope there's a lot of discussion on it in the meantime. I'll read it first. That Occupy Vancouver support First Nations rights, enshrined in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the Universal Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Persons, by supporting their human and cultural rights, including the sacred fire, and opposing bylaws and actions that intervene in this and other rights. Yeah. I think we all know what it's about.
Any questions, clarifications on that proposal? No. You want the mic, sir? PG, I got not much on this one.
Mic check.
Mic check.
What was the elders' input?
What was the elders' input
On this proposal?
on this proposal?
I talked to Frank and Telqua in particular about it, and they supported it. And in the meantime, between today and tomorrow, when I bring it back, I'll have references for where in the charter and the declaration under it, the Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Persons, to just refer specifically to how these are protected, these cultural traditions. And Frank is going to send me an email with some of that information. So I think the conversation is what we mean by opposing the bylaws. That's the conversation I want to have between tonight and tomorrow when we vote on it. Because I don't know.
Any other questions or clarification on that proposal?
It's section 2 of the charter that they're talking about if people want to educate themselves.
He's clarifying that he says it's section 2 of the charter if people want to take a look at it themselves. Any other questions or clarification? Okay, are there any other proposals? So we have a new proposal from the work group, from the Wild Salmon work group.
So I'm with the Wild Salmon work group. We've been doing last week some just information through Wild Salmon Week, and we're prepared to escalate with a number of actions, including a tent walk at the Department of Fisheries. There's a number of people that now have signs that reflect if you want to remove this tent, move an associated fish farm. So there's a number of people that have that. So we wanted to kind of take that message to DFO directly. Another element of the direct action is to do some consumer boycotts, specifically to the removal of fish farm products from their retail. So we're actually liaising with the direct action committee to formalize that and make it a little bigger. So for people who want to be involved in that process, contact direct action or contact the Wild Salmon, whatever we call it, work group. We've created a Google group called Occupy Wild Salmon. So if you want to look that up, that'd be great. So, but for this particular action, we'll be liaising with direct action group. Thanks.
So that was more of an announcement that a proposal will be coming up about this, a direct action as a proposal. So we won't. Are there any clarifying questions on it? Okay. Any other?
Hello, I have a new proposal. This might be contentious. I have a demand. No, this is an independent proposal. No, not a request for commitment. This would actually be a demand. The why of this proposal is that the Vancouver Police Department isn't really held accountable to anyone at all. And the what of this proposal is that we demand that the VPD has a civilian oversight board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was there any clarifying questions on that particular proposal? Yeah, I got one. Go ahead.
Mike check.
Mike check.
Is that just in relation to Occupy Vancouver?
Is that just in relation to
Occupy Vancouver?
Or that all police operations?
For all police operations.
Okay, all police operations, I guess.
Second.
Cool.
Any other clarifying questions? And then if there's no more proposals, then we would go to open mic. I know there were 2 individuals that had asked to be on the open, well, that I told had to come back at the open mic. The dude from Whitehorse, or the Yukon, I believe it was. And okay, then I would adjourn this GA, I suppose. Thanks for coming out.